Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the New York Jets. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw is incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. No problem there on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. 44, Mike, 44. And we heavy on the edges,
Here's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throwing here on third down. Darnold under pressure now. Darnold, and he goes down. Chris Jones. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Watch the eye.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And some room to maneuver. Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20, 10, 5. And this results in 6 touchdowns. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got him by oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Crouch. And 80. 44, Mike, 44.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Tighten down. There you go. He's coming. Double up. He's coming west. Now, Lady.
Now it's Darnold. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Bell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. These two teams all tied after one. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like...
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Check. The mic. Check. 45's the mic. Let's go. Hey, watch it. Watch it. Check nickel. Man, 80. He's checking. Man, 80.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
He's coming in. Motion. Hey.
Now Darnold. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check three. Check 99. Check 99.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
Yeah, 99 yards to go if they want to do just that.
But to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Now Jones. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Back to throw here. He finds his target, Fuller. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
6-6, pull it high. Check. 53 to Mike. Hey, 7. You. Ready?
Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a man, complete. And the 35 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jones. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
53, Mike. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
Hey, Haywood.
2nd and 4. A man over the middle, and it's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On the delay, Jones. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Fuller. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They come out here in the eye. Now Jones. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but
under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Motion, motion. 45, 45.
Red 80.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold.
He's cracked. He's checking.
Darnold, he lost the football.
on plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Here's the Jets punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Darnold. Looking deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 55 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. That's going to be caught. A well-executed 22-yard gain. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. This is Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the Texans' 4-yard line.
Yo, son, 44, Mike, 44. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
They'll drop the throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Darnold now to throw. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Darnold now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same.
Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And a quick throw here, that's complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Houston. Miles Boykin, 76 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Darnold now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold, escaping the pressure right, and that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Under 10.
Here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. And he's going to go down again.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Here's the Jets punter now. He's been terrific so far. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, that's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the night. And the Texans push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Let's go, D.
Play action. It's Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Jones in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now it's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Darnold from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. Anunwa, the intended target. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of any.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up 6. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
You better bring it. Shoot. Smooth.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation.
Deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass protection has been a problem. Now Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Jets on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, Charlie. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up fourth down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And his kick is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Zach Cunningham in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Watch the out. Watch the out.
And here we go on fourth. Darnold. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Check. Go.
On first down, it's Jones. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Again, it's Jones. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Five.
On play action, they'll throw. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
There we go.
Darnold on first down. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. 25, check 25, check 25.
Darnold to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Let's go. 18, Gator.
You must be
6-6, bullet high. Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Bravo. Get it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got Fuller. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Roberts on the stop. 2 yards on the play. And the Texans first down.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Texans, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. I'm set. Bring it over there, man. 52's the mic. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
52's the mic. Hey, I'm coming, I'm coming.
Now Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. Now a draw play. This is Bell. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Ready?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
They'll run it with Bell. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
I got you. I got you.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Well, the Two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position.
Set. 15, line it. 15 line.
Watch the screen.
On first and 10, Clifford gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. 20. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 42 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll set up a throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 34 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and now it's second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Second and 10. Completes it to Miller. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 12-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Dancing to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. He'll look to throw. Caught here by Bell. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. The kick by Joseph is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Go, go.
Mike 57.
Shoot.
Off play action. Clifford. Looking left side, and it's complete. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, echo. Now.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. Quincy Enunwa couldn't reel that one in. That'll bring up 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. A gain of 3, 2nd down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And it's taken in at the 9. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ready? Hey, Orbit. Hurry, hurry. Go.
On first down, Clifford. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now a carry for White. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. Past the 20. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the draw, it's White. Now White lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Back to throw. Clifford. Got a man open. That's Harry. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Clifford. That's complete. It's Gordon. And down inside the 15 he goes. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. The point after try for Gostkowski. And that makes it 14-10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistent.
He's got a man complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 52 yards. So barely to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll set up to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. Johnson was the intended receiver. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting negative.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Jets have recovered. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Bell. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll look to throw here. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They come out here in the I. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run it in with Bell. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Second and 2. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Joseph now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? Ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Come on.
From the gun, Clifford. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Clifford. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Following the penalty, Michelle. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Mike.
Hey, high 7.
Mike, you better bring.
Blue draw corkers.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
Please grip.
Off the play fake. Clifford to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. On the draw, here's White. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going.
And look at this, another fake. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. Throwing to start the drive. Clifford. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the gun on 3rd down. Clifford got his man. That's Harry. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Leonard Williams in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Off play action. Clifford. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. N'Keal Harry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell.
That's it, baby. Bell. He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 37. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. 2nd and 15. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. They're going to look to throw. The catch made by Miller. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 22-yard line. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw here. Herndon's got it complete. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet 1st down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Ready. Mike 51. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
We go.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
X3, 2X5.
Looking to throw on second down. Clifford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A give to Michelle running right. The tackle there by Brian Poole. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Back to throw. Being chased out left. And this will be incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. The kick by Joseph.
And not make it easy for him to move the ball downfield.
This will be taken in at the 1.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Leonard Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Clifford. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before. Operating from the gun, Clifford. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin. 2nd and 5. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range.
Got it. 57, right. Down to lose 1. Hey, exit. Hey. Now.
Throwing on 1st down. Clifford. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
On,
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again, Clifford. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Big play coming up here. And the blitz does come. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler, Gostkowski. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler, Gostkowski. This from long, very long range. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.